Across rural India, many children study in English medium classrooms while living in predominantly regional language communities. This video examines the structural and instructional barriers that affect their learning outcomes and future opportunities. We use evidence from field studies to explain key challenges and practical, government-led solutions that are currently proposed. Throughout the film, you will see on-screen statistics and simple infographics with bilingual captions in English and the regional language for key terms. Our aim is neutral and solution-focused to outline barriers clearly and highlight practical steps schools and policymakers can take. This overview will help educators, administrators, and policymakers prioritize actions that improve equity and learning in English medium rural education. A central problem is a shortage of qualified instructors able to teach English and subject content fluently in rural areas. Many schools rely on underpaid or less trained staff who lack specialized training in English medium pedagogy. Financial constraints limit resources, inadequate teaching materials, poor infrastructure, and limited access to supplementary learning technology. Many textbooks are urban-centric in language and examples, making classroom content less relevant and harder to understand for rural students. Pedagogical methods often prioritize rote memorization over practical communication, reducing real language fluency and confidence. Connectivity gaps and limited digital infrastructure further restrict access to quality English learning resources and remote instruction. These combined obstacles create a measurable knowledge gap between rural English medium students and peers from better resourced schools. Lower language proficiency affects performance in higher education entrance tests that often require strong English comprehension. The gap also limits access to broader job markets, particularly roles that demand professional English communication skills. Gender and socio-economic disparities can compound these effects, with marginalized groups facing additional barriers to quality instruction. Families often respond by paying for private tuition or transferring children to distant schools, increasing financial strain. The net result is an uneven pipeline into higher education and the global job market, with long-term economic implications for rural areas. Communities and schools use local solutions such as peer learning groups and volunteer tutors to bridge immediate gaps. Some schools adapt urban textbooks with contextual examples drawn from local life to increase relevance for students. Low-cost evening classes and community learning centers provide extra opportunities for spoken English practice and remedial learning. Local NGOs and teachers deploy printed bilingual glossaries of technical terms to support comprehension in subject lessons. Successful grassroots programs pair language learning with practical skills, improving both employability and classroom engagement. These local approaches are effective but often limited by scale and funding, which points to the need for systemic solutions. Policy interventions can reduce barriers, recruit and incentivize qualified English medium teachers for rural postings. Investing in targeted teacher training improves pedagogical skills, moving instruction from memorization toward communicative methods. Digitizing classrooms with affordable devices and offline resources expands access to high-quality English learning materials. Curriculum reform should include bilingual technical glossaries and contextually relevant examples to make content accessible and practical. Public-private partnerships can fund resources and scalable teacher training while maintaining oversight for quality and equity. Measured implementation, monitoring, and community involvement will ensure reforms reach students and lead to meaningful long-term gains. Measured implementation, monitoring, and community involvement will ensure reforms reach students and lead to meaningful long-term gains. Oxcam Education Services, ISO 9001:2015 certified, can address rural India's English language challenges through targeted, quality-assured interventions in teaching, curriculum, and training. Leveraging its expertise in CEFR-aligned programs, the organization offers scalable solutions for teacher shortages, rote learning dominance, and lack of exposure. These strategies align with the company's focus on K-12 English instruction for Indian schools. Teacher training. Oxcam can deploy specialized workshops to upskill rural teachers in communicative language teaching, CLT, and CEFR frameworks, countering low qualifications and absenteeism. Programs emphasizing practical skills over rote methods would boost motivation and retention, especially with ISO-certified modules that include tech integration despite connectivity issues. Partnerships with schools like Harkishna Public School demonstrate proven delivery of such training. Curriculum reform. Custom Oxford 3000-based curricula at a 1 or 2 CEFR levels, adapted for rural contexts, replace urban-centric textbooks with bilingual aids and task-based activities. This tackles mother tongue interference and inadequate mastery by prioritizing skill acquisition and exposure through multimedia resources. Oxcam's content development expertise ensures materials support transitions to higher education. Infrastructure solutions. Digital classrooms via Oxcam's webinars and LMS platforms provide consistent English medium continuity beyond Class 8, mitigating school shortages and digital divides with offline-capable tools. Volunteer-linked sessions and eBasta-like integrations enhance access despite power issues. The organization's visual content creation supports engaging, low-bandwidth delivery. Student motivation. Interactive programs foster confidence by addressing psychological barriers through gamified CEFR vocabulary building and real-world exposure activities. First-generation learner support via school collaborations improves job readiness and reduces the English fear factor. Oxcam's ISO standards guarantee measurable proficiency gains for global competitiveness. For further queries, you can contact us. +9 180700800707. Email oxcamservices@hotmail.com. https://oxcamservices.com